Alright, well, people are speaking to Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Meta. Most like in this situation, me adding the United States Congress has launched an investigation into criminal networks using Facebook, including the leadership of Facebook. Mark wants rid of it, but he needed an excuse to do it, and I think I just get they're closing the Facebook, the parody accounts. Career criminals are creating accounts in other people's names and using them, monetizing them, and then making revenue from someone else's identity. It's just identity fraud, and Meta's collecting too much data. You get access to somebody's account, you've got their entire history if they filled out every single section of it. So I think it's time to shut shop. And I remember getting an invitation of Facebook in 2006, I think it was, by a friend. It was an email. It says, I invite you to join Facebook. And I'll check that out. And then my password was very weak. And this was before the time where your browser could save passwords. We were using a public computer at work where we could all access it, and people would get access to other people's Facebooks and prank them. But it went too far because they'd just create an account and using their details, and it ruins lives. The lives are ruined by Facebook. I mean, my old account, somebody took it. I mean, I have nothing to do with Facebook. I mean, I've got my Jack Ramsey account, which is linked to my ex account, a verified link, but it still wasn't good enough to get the check mark. So, Congress are launching an investigation, and it's most likely that Mark will cut ties with Facebook completely, and somebody else can buy it. But I remember the days of MySpace. So my first social media I suppose there was Google. Google had like a chat room, like you could talk, and it was Google Videos before Google YouTube. Before they bought YouTube, and you could have live chat, and everyone was okay with each other. There wasn't squabble. I mean, your identity was pretty much anonymous. I mean, you were just a name on the screen, and no one would go out to the extremes of trying to find everything about you and stuff. People didn't care back then. It's like, oh, it's you again, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's nice to see you. But now it's insidious. It's deceptive, pedophiles trying to groom children and stuff. And it's criminals have just took over. It's just ridiculous. Just a den of cunts trying to take advantage of everyone else. There are hard-working and decent people around the world, and they're sick of somebody sees a good person that has good credit, good social standing. They'll create a parody account and try and ruin it just for fun. And it's gone too far. So, I think it's time to cut ties. I mean, X, we banned parody accounts, and likenesses your own personal property under the terms and conditions of service. I mean, when Elon was running it, he's still running it now for me, but the company, but it's it's dangerous. It's really, really dangerous for somebody to use somebody else's likeness, and it's scammers have really taken over the internet, and I knew about them, the scammers before, and I did something funny. There was this girl. I was looking. Before I was married. There was this girl on X. I forget her name. Well, it wasn't really her. It was some girl's pictures and stuff. And I wasn't interested in getting dirty pictures of her. I wanted a relationship. And she asked me for a £50 Apple gift card. But there's a catch. I wrote up a document, really shorthand, like, this is a business contract. Understand this is a business contract. Do you still want this thing? And basically, but it was longer than that. It was like a totter, but it ended up being Nathan Carpenter. And I gave the gift card and said the transaction complete. Transaction completed, and then I left it. I left it for a while. I believe he's under investigation by the police by now. And then he basically ripped me a blank check. I waited a little while. I said, right, that's £1,000 at 1,000% of and then Elon looked up the date. I writ up the document, the message, and he owes me £1,000 a day at 1,000%, and it ended up being something like £6 million or something like that. So that was funny. So that's how I made some money out of that. But I mean, he didn't see it coming. No one had done it. It's my law degree and stuff. I'm a tax. I'm a paralegal, so I go in tax law. So he ripped me a blank check. I could have made anything up. I could have said everything. I took everything from him, and that stands. He agreed, and it just said yes, and that was it. I was in. I left it for a while, so I won't speak about it until later on, and then we found out who it was. And then I got added. I got added as a friend again by the same picture. I remember. And this was the parody account thing, but they banned it after that. But that's the dangers of the internet. It's these parody accounts, isn't it? It's hard to track people down. I'll let you into a little secret. You know a VPN? Sorry, someone's cleaning the windows. You know a VPN? It's actually tracking software. You're safer not using a VPN. Just use the one on the browser itself. You're protected by terms of service. You don't need a VPN. You've got something to hide if you're using a VPN. If you're using it to, I'd say, connect to some other country or something and to access like Netflix or something, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's the one good thing. But if you're using it to protect yourself or protect yourself from the law to do fraudulent things, you're putting yourself at risk, mate. It's everything. So I say turn over everything from the VPN, and then they said they don't keep logs of your data. By law, they have to. Now they do. And things like WhatsApp. You're hiding something. That's why you're downloading it. It's used by drug dealers and criminals, murders, rapists, and paedophiles. Why don't you just text somebody? And then there's other, like Google, there's a Google Messenger. I mean, you could use anything. You don't even have to text them. You could use social media. You don't need to do that. And there's a million apps for the different, all sorts of stuff you could do. But anyway, this is getting long-winded. Just be careful out there, alright? It's time to axe Facebook, Mark, and yeah, it's... I know you can't help who runs the company because it's out of your hands now. You're just the account holder.